Hello and welcome to episode number 1 of John Wan and the Rod Talk About Everything. I, as always, am your host. My name's JW, and to my immediate left is one half of the tag team champions of the world, my partner in crime, Todd the Rod Hooper.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
too sweet, baby.
This is episode 1, and it's a long time in the making, if you ask me. Todd, how long have we been talking about trying to do a podcast?
Several months for sure.
Oh, it's several months for sure.
Maybe a year. It's been talked about several times.
The problem was we were having trouble like trying to find a gimmick. Do you know what I'm saying? And it just happened to us.
Fell upon us.
Just came to fruition after a long night of meditation or whatever it is that you do, baby. We talk about everything. So, yeah.
Everything. So it's John Wan and the Rod talk about everything. Where we talk about.
And I, as always, am your. Oh, we already did that part.
Yeah, I already did that. Sorry. Time travel.
Big shout out to my man Chainsaw for letting us hang on to all the shit.
Yes, thank you, Chainsaw.
Yeah,
you're the man, dog.
To let us do this. This is great.
What is it? Mr. Fart's Naked or Mr. Fart Naked?
Mr. Fart Naked.
One word. Mr. Fart Naked. YouTube. Go subscribe. It's funny shit. Good shit.
I don't see how he doesn't have 10,000 million squillion fucking subscribers or whatever.
Yeah, he should. He definitely should. He does. He deserves it. He's really funny.
And he's and one step further than that, he's very creative. I don't want to be like sucking the dude's dick all night.
No, but I mean, taking a second to talk about a friend who is very talented and very creative. He is definitely very creative.
He's super talented too, man.
Very talented. Always coming up with crazy stuff. Out of the box stuff, if you will.
Right, sure.
Maybe to say the least.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say, to say the least. Well, Todd, what do you want to talk about first?
I don't know, man. How you feel about let's talk some music?
All right,
for a second.
Let's talk a little music.
Space Angels been on a little hiatus for a while,
and it's because
kind of heartbreaking, to be honest.
It's absolutely heartbreaking, and I will take full on responsibility for that. I'm not going to mention any names, but I did have a real job for a little bit, and I don't know, money's not everything.
No,
I learned that.
But it does kind of make the world go around, unfortunately.
But there are
Get
already
back to the barter system, like trade and barter.
Yeah, money's not real. Ask Razor Ray from outer space.
Neither is gasoline.
I didn't think gasoline was real for a while.
For a long time.
But now that that's over with, I'm hoping to devote more time to at least getting a good recording of the hits, at least,
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to toot your horn, my horn, Ray's horn, anybody's horn, but fuck, man, we were really good.
I mean, we got several good songs, I feel like.
Oh, we're good.
That are like top quality rock hits.
Ray's a great songwriter. I love the way he plays bass. Before I met you, the best, and I played with a lot of drummers, and the best one that I had ever played with was Troy Holcomb.
Yeah,
and
he's a beast.
Yeah, but
plays on a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, he sits on a bucket. Yeah, we went on tour, and he took that bucket with him. But you have since surpassed him.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Worthy mention to Drucifer.
Yeah, Drucifer for sure. Drew's so smooth. He is so smooth.
Yeah.
He just plays. He feels the music, and you can see it. You can tell whenever you're watching him play. He blows my mind watching him play. He's so good and just so smooth
and in the moment.
It's effortless. Yeah, it's effortless almost.
Yeah. It reminds me of a nasty curmudgeon of like John Bonham.
Yeah.
And Mitch Mitchell.
Oh yeah, Mitch.
Yeah.
Whew. Overplayed. Woo! My goodness.
Invented the word overplayed.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think they made that.
Golly.
That word about him.
Well, also, I guess in
no disrespect by any means.
No, yeah, I mean,
hey,
those are two of my favorite drummers.
I want to go back to something though. Razor Ray on the bass, my goodness.
Oh my god,
that guy is just an absolute animal.
I love the way the guy that play the way that guy plays
the bass like a freaking guitar, and it just sounds so good, especially in the 3-piece. It really feels
absolutely
great, and it fills up.
It sounds like another guitar player and another bass player.
Exactly.
I've always loved the way he played bass, and I think sometimes he gets mad at me because I'm like, you play the bass, Ray, and because that's the only way to convince him. He wants to play the guitar and stuff, but damn, what are we gonna do? Have no bass player? So I don't know.
You gotta have the bass, right?
I will never have another drummer, and I will never have another bass player than you and Ray.
I find it hard to play with anybody else. Brett is probably the only person I could probably sit down and just jam with, you know. Yeah. But me and you, when we sit down, we jam. We jam some. Yeah. We are tooting our own horns right now, but seriously, when we sit down, it's just like a matter of seconds, and we're in a fucking rock and roll zone.
The proof is in the pudding. You can check it out yourself. www.reverbnation.com/Space Angels Official. Or it might be Space Angels Rock.
It's one of the two. Space Angels Rock, Space Angels Official.
You can check it out for yourself.
One of the two.
Razor Ray from Outer Space on vocals and bass. Mm-hmm. Todd the Lightning Rod Hooper on the lead drums.
Yeah.
And yours truly on a big, fat Les Paul guitar and a fucking huge Marshall. It's rock and roll.
Nasty.
Lock up your daughters and lock up your wives.
Yeah, recorded right in the room like adjacent.
Recording in not 30 feet from here.
Yeah.
And also not as sober as we are now. Maybe.
Maybe not.
Lock up your daughters, lock up your wives. It's that kind of rock and roll. So.
Wow.
But I guess to get back to the point is I would love to at least. Why can't we doing that? Mike is sensitive.
I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm carrying it around like Steven Tyler right now. I'm just holding it up against me.
Yeah. Steven Tyler. Fucking rocks.
What a man. What a man. What a mouth.
Yeah, what a mouth. What a band. Speaking of bands, you might notice the God of Thunder himself is sitting directly behind me, but then the Gods of Rock and Roll are behind us.
Yes.
They just announced what is the tour? It's called the End of the Road tour.
They're on tour again?
Yeah, it's supposedly the last.
I thought the last one was the last.
That's what I thought too. The one that you and I went to.
Yeah, man. I didn't even see you there though. It sucked. But we was up close, and you guys was.
You fucking did see me there, man. I bought you a beer or somebody.
You did. I forgot about that. My bad. I'm sorry. Memory.
Yeah. Memory.
What a memory. I was like, Paul Stanley wrote his thing out there on the little platform. Yeah. Dude, he was like 25 feet from me.
Really?
I was like, holy shit.
Wow. So my story from that show is my brother Brody and I, we got tickets last minute. We were in the fucking grassy area, and there was this dude that
grassy knoll.
Yeah, the grassy knoll. I'm not gonna say that. What would Joe Rogan say? Don't do that. We'll get pulled from YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was this guy that had obviously got into some sort of psychotropic drug before he came to his Kiss concert, and he took it, and it started because they started with a Psycho Circus.
Yep.
And he must have that shit must have just kicked in when he was one dude in front of us. So it was me, this dude, and he goes fucking woo, and continued to do that throughout the entire 3-hour show.
That's insane.
Like he was slack jawed. His fucking eyes were as big as my eyes with these shades on. Hey Zoe 3.
Yeah, we got the pups in here.
Zoe 3 and the big guy are in here with us,
hanging out. Chilling with us. That's fine. I like the pups. Love the pups. Love the pups.
So in the tradition of talking about everything, it's also worth mentioning. We're not just fucking gods of rock and roll.
No.
We're also big fans of professional wrestling.
Yeah, that is true.
Me in particular, the WWE. I fucking love that stuff. I know it's made for 8-year-olds, but that's my shit.
I love WWE too. I go back to WCW, a little bit of ECW.
I'm talking about, like, I don't watch too much, like, New Japan. I give two shits about the Bullet Club.
I mean, I love watching some New Japan, but I just don't ever get around to it, you know?
I didn't even really watch TNA.
I watched a little bit of TNA, earlier TNA, about 05 to 08 maybe.
Don't let that fool you, though. I fucking know a lot about wrestling. I've been a wrestling fan for at least 20 years.
At least.
Same
here, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely, most definitely. I am 30 now, so the 20 years I was 10, so that's like not bad. I was definitely watching.
Oh,
that was like Attitude Era, I feel like.
And that's when it's still kind of real to you at that age, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it still is real. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's still real to me, damn it. I told myself if I ever get a podcast, I'm not going to say that. God damn it. Broke it on the first.
You done mess up the camera.
Now it's favoring me more, which I like.
There we go.
So, by the time you see this video or listen to this fucking audio
probably a little bit heavily edited.
Yeah. Thank you once again, Chainsaw. I know how to do that. That's great. Crown Jewel will be a long gone.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe mostly forgotten. That's not true.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the pay-per-view.
I've heard a lot of people say that they did not enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoyed the pay-per-view, and I was thoroughly impressed with the performance of the old men.
Oh, absolutely. I told Cody, I was like, it's been forever since I shed a tear, but I was like, oh, yep, there it is. There's a lump in my throat right there.
But Shawn Michaels, that moonsault off the top.
Landed right on his face.
Dude, he landed, he torqued his neck, his head hit the mat on the floor so hard it busted his eyebrow open, and had to have like rattled him, if not knocked him out a little, like
absolutely.
Slightly. And this guy hasn't been in the ring in, 8.5 years?
Almost a decade.
Yeah. And he continues to get in the match, gets the tag, and then lays around for a minute, and then ends up in another, bump type scenario where he delivers the Sweet Chin music, and, then that's the end.
That was the finish, right? Sweet Chin music into the pedigree.
Yeah, it was a Sweet Chin music, and then Kane fell back onto Undertaker because Undertaker had his Hell's Gate.
I remember.
Yeah. And then that basically went into the ending sequence, I believe.
I feel like you're supposed to say spoiler alert before you...
I mean, come on, it's going to be long gone. Everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody already knows. Also worth noting is Shane McMahon is now the best in the world.
Yeah, Shane McMahon, best in the world. That is in... who called that? I want to know who called that one. Seriously, who called it? Who called it?
If you called it, please let us know in the comment section.
Because that's insane. If you called that, you're a psychic. I don't think anybody was going to call that. I don't think anybody could have.
Mom, it's just tea. I swear.
Just a peace tea.
Peace.
Peace. Plug. Sponsor us.
Peace tea, please. Send us a sponsorship.
And Sprite Tropical Mix.
I don't think Sprite will.
They got us.
Yeah, you got us. I know you do got us.
So, Halloween was interesting for us, yeah.
Halloween was interesting for me, to say the least. How was your Halloween?
Well, you know me and Ray, we hung out a little bit. Ray from the outer space, love you dog.
That's right, you stopped by.
Yeah, we stopped by here, and then towards the end of the night, it got very interesting. I actually I laid down in my bed, and I started to come to. I was asleep, but I was like starting to wake up. I was in that limbo where I kind of knew I was starting to wake up, and I noticed as I was waking up, as I was opening my eyes, I noticed this hand above my hand, which was hanging off the bed. But it was like a mirror image of my hand. It was very strange looking.
Okay.
When I noticed it, I jumped awake, like fully awake, and then I couldn't sleep in the room. I just felt awkward in that room. It really shook me. I'm still kind of shook about it. I haven't slept in the room since.
Here's my thing. I am a believer in that stuff, but I'm forever a skeptic. You've got to give me concrete proof.
Yeah.
That this is happening. So it's like you have to disprove everything to prove anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So could that have been you waking up in a snap and like your eyes haven't kind of
yeah, I mean, I didn't have my glasses on as the thing, so it's a possibility that it was just like half asleep, thing,
eyes,
my eyes is blurry
now loading,
but I mean it definitely it startled me. I mean, it sent chills to my bone, but of course something like that would no matter what, I feel like. But it just felt different after it happened. Something in the room
creepy,
just
man.
felt weird.
Really? That story fucking beats mine. Maybe.
I mean, didn't you the alarm clock, didn't that shit?
Oh, the alarm clock. I just assumed you were talking about dressing up like a Ghostbuster and terrorizing the town.
Nah, you did do that.
I did do that. No, I do have a spooky story about that. It was Halloween morning, and I went to bed, man, I don't know, 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I don't like sleep through the night. I wake up at times and stuff like that. And we had just moved our alarm clock to a new spot. And I woke up and I stared at the alarm clock, and it was 3:33 a.m. on Halloween, October 31st, 2018. And the more I stared at it, the more that it kind of dripped down into a mirror image of that, and I was like, what the fuck? I just went back to sleep, man.
My thing is, like, you saw something that appeared to be a mirror image, and I saw something that appeared to be a mirror image.
That's very crazy.
So that's a little weird. It was the same, well, yours was the morning of, mine was the night of.
Do you remember the time?
No, I was too frightened, honestly, to give a shit about the time.
Oh, it spooked you.
Dude, I'm telling you, I had to move out of the room. I couldn't go back in there and sleep. I haven't been back in there.
She knows how to let herself out.
Yeah, I haven't been back in there to sleep. I've been in there to get pillows and shit. But ever since then... That was the
last time you slept in that room?
Yes, ever since then I've just felt weird. But, whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Mac. I don't know what the date is right now, but I was trying to figure it out, but...
It's the 5th or 6th.
So you spent almost a week in a different room just because it spooked you like that.
Absolutely.
And you've had no like, like since then you haven't.
I mean, I felt
shit.
Something weird occasionally, but nothing like. It wasn't like. It was just something spooked me. You know what I mean? And then I figured out it was like the dogs or something.
Yeah. But you can't.
But it's definitely got me on edge. I'm paranoid when I'm walking into the house alone.
You can't explain seeing another hand.
No, I tried to figure out what it could have been. If it was like some blankets that were on, like in my closet, because I was like sorry, I moved away from the mic. I was like facing my closet when I was sleeping, so I thought maybe there was something in there that maybe would have looked like it, but I couldn't find anything. Even in the dark, I like laid down and reenacted it kind of. But
wow.
Again, it could have just been my vision blurring, but it definitely creeped me out.
Or, there's all kinds of crazy things that happen to you in your sleep.
True.
You like I said earlier, like maybe your eyes hadn't booted up. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. And like I said, I have pretty bad eyesight, so...
Yeah, that's
without
true.
my glasses, it's hard for me to see.
That's very true. Yeah, Halloween was great. Halloween, I don't know. I think Halloween might be my favorite... I think Halloween might be my favorite holiday.
It's fun. It's fun. I like it.
It is fun, and that's what I like about it. I'm a big kid at heart.
I just need to prepare more often. I'm a procrastinator, so I literally I was wearing a shirt. It was a red and like gray striped shirt, and my ex Kimberly said, "You look like Where's Waldo?" And I was like, "Holy crap, that's who I'm gonna be."
I remember you asking for a cane.
Mm-hmm. Because he walks with a wooden cane.
That's right. I thought Brother Brody might have had one, but...
No, his oddities are slimmed out.
Yeah. Bro, it took me about a year to build that Ghostbuster suit to specs, and I'm just gonna have to be a fucking Ghostbuster for the rest of my Halloweens, bro.
Always.
It took a year, and it took
money,
dollars. I'm not gonna say it because Cody might fucking be watching this at some point in time.
200,000.
Whoo, Lord. But I wore that out. That was great. I got to hang out with like 6 other Ghostbusters. We're in a group. Can I plug it? North Georgia Ghostbusters. Find us on Facebook. NorthGeorgiaGhostbusters.com. Who you gonna listen? Do y'all smell that? Who you gonna call?
Do you smell that?
Do y'all smell that?
So what you said?
Listen. Do you smell that? Is a quote from the movie.
Oh, okay.
So we put y'all on it because we're the North Georgia Ghostbusters.
Listen, y'all smell that?
Listen, do y'all smell something?
That's good. That's good. I
Yeah.
like
So that was fun. The Havisham Community Theater showed a screening of the 1984 Ghostbusters, and I have never seen it on the big screen because I was born in 1985. It wasn't out in theaters. You know, by the time I was 0 years old, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump to wrestling since we talk about everything. I'm gonna jump to wrestling again for a second. What was your first wrestling experience? Like, was it TV? Was it live? Was it was it like you had a VHS found, or what was it?
It was starting to get hip in my school. Everybody was like, "Oh, did you watch Monday Nitro last night, or did you watch Monday Night Raw last night?" And I was like, "No, I didn't." So I started watching it, and I started watching WCW about the time.
Me too. That was
about the time of the Streak is when I started watching.
Goldberg.
Yeah, an alleged 154-0 before he lost it. He was 154-0 allegedly when he fought DDP at Halloween Havoc. I remember that vividly. But after that, I figured out who Stone Cold Steve Austin was, and I was like,
the rattlesnake.
Yeah, the bionic redneck, baby. I was like, well, fuck this WCW shit.
I used to have that shirt where his arms were rattlesnakes, you know?
Oh, don't tell Cody that because I lost that shirt a while back.
I feel like I had that one.
We've been looking for it for a while. I had it recently, and I lost it. She's on my ass about it. That's my Pretty Miss Cody baby's favorite wrestler of all time.
Yeah, I think I first was introduced to wrestling, like local wrestling. Like, I think I saw it on like Channel 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I found a VHS, and it was actually the first WrestleMania. And so I popped that in, I watched it, and then a friend of mine, we were talking at school, and he had a George the Animal Steel, like almost
fighting the fucking ring post.
Yeah, almost documentary style thing. It was really weird. They went to the doctor, and he's like, "How now, cool. Brown cow?" But so that I got introduced to that early, and then I found WCW, and I loved WCW so much.
And it was based out of Atlanta, which was just super cool.
So it felt local to me almost. And then I found, I feel like I found WWE, WWF at the time.
That's right.
I think I found them
World Wildlife Foundation
in about 90, 97, 98.
So that would be about the time that Austin's first championship run.
Yeah, and then you had the Ministry come in and all that stuff.
The Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Viscera had his turn. He went from, King Mabel?
Yeah.
But, I think that was my first. But I vividly remember watching WrestleMania on that VHS thousands times, probably.
So who would you say is on the... Okay, I got 2 questions, and I'm going to forget them. So I'm just going to ask them both.
Yeah.
Number 1, who is on your Mount Rushmore of WWE, WWF, WCW superstars? And part 2, who is your current favorite on the main roster?
Okay, so on Mount Rushmore's 4, yeah?
4, that's right.
Okay, so... I gotta go Jericho.
Jericho, Y2J, that's a wise choice.
Okay. He's such a great in-ring performer, and his mic skills are amazing. And his band's really good.
His band's good. He's been great since he started.
Yeah, he's always been good. Okay, so Jericho. Oh man, dude.
We only got an hour, Todd.
Yeah, I know. My goodness. Well, okay. We'll go with Jericho. Probably Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, great in-ring performer, man.
That was very rude. I won't do that again. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I cleared my fucking throat.
Get out of the mic.
That was very rude. I apologize.
Then I think I'm gonna go with the big guy. Mount Rushmore. Let's go with. Dang, dude. There's so many.
So many.
I gotta go with Austin.
Austin is on everybody's list.
No doubt. Sure. He changed the game up. And probably.
What about Hogan?
Hogan's not up there.
As much as he's done for the business, he doesn't deserve a spot on the Mount Rushmore.
I don't think so. Not for me.
He might not be the best
personally.
Worker,
not for me. You know what? I gotta throw my last one. I think I'm gonna go with Sting.
Sting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue with that.
This is just my list. Ones that I enjoyed watching. And watching them perform and storylines with them. Well, not so much Jericho and WCW. When he appeared, Y2J, the countdown. He was just holy shit. I boot my.
He was just so good in the ring. It was undeniable.
So good in the ring, on the
Still
mic.
Is. On the mic too, man.
Raw is Jericho.
Yeah, and he interrupted The Rock for that.
Yeah, dude. Interrupt The Rock on your day, dude.
Yeah. So do you want part two to your question?
Part two, yeah. My number one right now.
Your current favorite WWE superstar.
Active WCW. Okay.
Did I say WCW?
Oh no,
I meant WWE.
WWE. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I bet. Braun Strowman.
Braun, get these hands, big Braun Strowman. That's your number one right now?
He needs the title, dude. It's time.
I can't believe you thought that was going to be controversial because that's probably my... It's either...
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've loved Braun since day one. Since I think I was the first one to mark out over.
I'm liking what Ziggler's doing right now.
I just... Dolph works better without somebody.
That's what I'm saying. I think. Okay, I'm getting into my master plan that I'm coming up with. Okay, so here's what I think should happen. We need an ultimate heel faction. AOP.
You told me about this earlier. Yeah, check this out.
Just won the titles, the tag team titles. AOP, big dudes, right? We need to get the belt on Braun. It is past time. He is so over right now, but he needs to heel.
Time, for sure.
He needs to turn heel.
And they're working on that right now.
Yeah, exactly. He needs to turn heel. Get that heel faction going. We need to put the IC and the U.S. title on Ziggler and McIntyre.
All the heels with all the gold. It reminds me of the expedition of gold. I really loved that angle.
Yeah, and I really hope that the House Hardy thing is a thing.
I do too.
Keeps going.
I do too. I think that's hilarious.
I hope it keeps going because I really love that shit. It is so good.
I was thinking. I was trying to piece together my Mount Rushmore while you were telling me yours, and it is a lot tougher than you.
It is very.
It's hard to narrow them down to 4.
Especially when you have, WWF, WWE, a whole WWE and WCW. I mean, even ECW. I guess you could throw.
Yeah. Okay, so
I wanted more than 4, but
first I would have to go with my first actual favorite wrestler. And it's got to be NWO Wolfpack era Kevin Nash.
Yes, sir.
Big sexy, you know what I mean?
Yep.
He just didn't give a fuck, and he's huge. He was like 7 foot tall, something.
Yeah.
Jackknife powerbomb your ass
into oblivion.
Just drop
another
you.
Dimension.
Just drop you. Like wouldn't help
drop you on your head. He'll break your neck.
He broke the fucking Big Show's neck.
Yeah, that's what I'm referencing.
So he's chiseled in there on one spot. Then you got to go with Austin. You got to get Austin in there.
Definitely, he's got to be on there.
And this is where it gets tough. Is it The Rock
That would be a good one. Yeah,
it's either The Rock or John Cena.
But I mean, what influenced you during your time watching this? What was your? Bless you. We're just humans.
No, I'm allergic to stupid fucking decisions because this is a stupid fucking decision. It's hard.
Sorry, Paul. I didn't mean to cover you up, buddy.
I don't know, man. When I was a kid, The Rock was unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now in this modern era, John Cena is that. He is that. And it's been like two different resurgences. Maybe they deserve a spot that like a timeshare, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they deserve a spot like that. Two for one.
Just cut them in half, some together.
That's right. The top half of The Rock and the bottom half of, or vice versa, whatever.
I was talking about straight down the middle.
Oh, fucking straight down the middle.
Yeah, the tattoo half Rock, you know.
yeah, the half of the tattoos. Yeah. Okay, and number 4 is also a kind of the same contradiction or quandary. I'm not good with English, although I fucking worked at the radio station. Whatever. Is it Taker or is it Mankind? Not only Mankind, is it Taker or is it Mick Foley?
I was thinking Mick Foley too, but I didn't even think about Taker. Taker's got to be there though.
Taker's been there forever.
Taker has to be there.
He's the phenom. He's the
I was also
man.
thinking Hitman.
He's the American badass. You were thinking who?
Hitman.
Oh, that's an interesting.
I mean, name a more technical word other than the name we can't speak because it's Benoit.
Oh yeah.
Hard to talk about that one.
I think it's got to be Mick Foley because he offers a little more charisma.
Yeah. Rock Sock connection.
Yeah, and like they both can come out and kick your ass first off.
Yeah.
And second off, cut you to the bone with their words.
For sure.
You know, so they both can do that, but Mick's willing to do more crazy shit at the hands of the Undertaker, nonetheless. Mm-hmm. You know, and not just at the hands of the Undertaker. How many chair shots did he take in a row to the head?
13? Was it 13?
I want to say it was lucky 13. I could be wrong.
I think it's 12 or 13.
We should have done our research. All the other podcasts I've seen, they have done their research. Hey, Jamie, can you look that up?
Jamie.
Earlier we were trying to map out like what we're gonna do, and I was like, who's gonna be the Jamie? I wonder if my Pretty Miss Cody baby would be our Jamie. Hey Cody, will you look that up? And she'd be like, fuck no, I'm watching TV. Oh, here she comes. Hi, my Pretty Miss Cody baby. Would you like to be on episode 1 of John Wan and the Rod, talk about everything?
No, I'd like to talk to you for a second.
Oh goodness. Okay.
All right, well, we're going to take a little break.
Take a break. We'll be right back. Check out our sponsors.
All right. Record?
I'm ready.
Record.
Stop.
Sorry, sir. It's,
Stop.